I got issues. Give me a minute.
Yo, you know what was exhausting over there? Translating for Len. And then I got this. I'm going to tell y'all a secret. I got this one aunt that the way she talks to people is a little aggressive. She got your back. Like, she goes with us everywhere. She was like, Isaiah was like, wow, you're like mom number 2 for me. All of that. But she, and so I got I'm giving directions, translating ways. She's over here like, Jannelle, why do this? And I'm like with the ways here. And then Len's tripping. Oh, my gosh. It was a lot. And the translating.
Do you ever kind of temper things for Len? Where someone's like, I don't know what his problem is. Yeah. She says hello.
Right.
Do you ever do that?
That's
a yes.
Yes, I almost had to because he was talking with some vendors that had to do with the car. We had to get an oil change. And then it's guys. Len, there was one part where Len even said, you tell them I work for Ford Motor Company. I was like, okay, I'm not saying that. Because they're mechanics. And then when they get mad, it's at me. Like, I'm translating. Do you see what I'm saying?
So were they talking junk about Len?
No, they were like, because something happened with one of the cars that we were using. And they were like, don't put oil. And Len's like, no, it needs oil. They said put water. Something like that. And
what?
He's like, yeah, something. And then they were talking to him like he doesn't know. Some guys don't know about cars. And that's when he was like, you tell him I work at Ford Motor Company. I'm not translating that. So anyway.
So what, did you say that to him?
No.
Or did you go,
no.
okay. Don't just talk about it. Yeah.
For real. I was like, oh yeah, he knows about cars. He fixes cars at our house. I didn't say. That was exhausting. And the ways, oh my goodness, driving over there. Woo. Isaiah drove. I don't know if you've traveled a lot, but have you driven in countries that it feels like it's super stressful to drive?
Yeah, I rented a scooter in, where was it? I forget the island in the Caribbean, but they British drive, other side of the street.
Oh, wow.
So that was nerve-wracking.
Yeah. So,
By the way, Mike says, welcome back, Jannelle.
Jannelle! Who just said Jannelle? Mike! That's what my name is in Spanish. Look at that.
Robert says, welcome back, you two, as a team.
What's up, Rob? And Miss Theola. I love when I see you, Miss Theola. I am like literally on the... If I answer you, it's going to be Len Nevels. Because I'm in his account. But,
oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Explain to everyone your latest issue. Go ahead.
So, if some people think it's because I was in DR, no. 2 days before I left DR, somebody middle of the night got into my account. Facebook sends me a message and was like, oh, somebody got into your account, change your password. 30 minutes after that email, I get another email saying your account has been disabled because you violated Facebook, whatever. So whoever got in posted something. They blocked the whole account. I can't get into my account. I can't access my public account where I do live, so that's over. I can't access Brian Jannelle, that's over. I could do it through Len, but yeah, it's been interesting. So, things I haven't posted that have happened. The day before we left to DR, Isaiah graduated. The pictures are like amazing. The graduation, tears and tears. Like, the only one that was kind of cool was Jonah, because he's my cool son. And he went up there and he was like, this is really awkward. But I just want to say, like, that's as close as he got to crying. So all of that is on my phone. Can't share.
Liz Garcia says, welcome back, Jannelle. Mike says he drove in Gibraltar up and down steep hills and roads barely wide enough to fit the car.
Yeah.
That would be scary.
And because we actually went from all the way south. Len and I went all the way north in the country, just he and I. And then we went all the way east to do some business out in Punta Cana. When we were up in the mountains, and the capital has this, but this place had more. I don't know if you've like the ditches on the side. Like, if you drive a little bit too far to the right on the street, you're going to get, like...
You actually have that in Parma when you're driving on Sprague Road in Parma. No, there's like really deep trenches on the sides, yeah.
What the heck? So Len was like, not only do you got to see the cars that are coming, people cutting you off, all this, but you got to watch, because then there's holes everywhere in certain parts. That's another thing. He was like, dude, no kind of road rage. He's like, yo, half the stuff that people do on the road here will get you jacked up here. Like, that's all they do all the time is cut people off, and it's like the thing to do. Len
So-
even said, I wonder how they pass a driving test out here. Like, what do you
Is there a driving test?
Exactly. He's like, oh, you're 18, you're breathing here. Here's your license. Wow, that was a lot.
You know what you should do is take out your phone. We got to show everybody something here. This is pretty cool. So,
Oh my gosh.
you're going to want to grab your phone.
Mm-hmm.
So, you remember Jannelle told us that the reason she eats mangoes in the shower
That's what we do.
is because that's what we do in Dominican
That's
Republic.
what we do.
People, I mean, I'm sure as I did, you picture it to yourself. There's people like, anytime you see a body of water, there's people in there eating mangoes. That's fine. I mean, I assumed that was true because that's what Jannelle told us. So thankfully, she can finally prove me wrong that it's very normal to sit in water of any sort, whether it's a shower or a river, and eat mangoes.
That's not fair.
Jannelle is
You're just
about
saying
to
it like
show
that.
you multiple pictures of other Dominicans eating.
No,
Go ahead, show them.
no.
Show them the pictures.
Okay, for
How
the
many
record,
pictures
can
do you
I
have of
give the
people-
background?
Well, how many people do you have pictures of eating mangoes?
No,
in
the
the river? Go
most
ahead.
important one. The most important one.
How many other people? How many? How many pictures you got?
None. I wasn't looking
Did
for
you-
those
well,
people.
how many?
I wasn't in the right
How many?
river. Yo, you're so annoying. Wow.
I'm sorry, the truth annoys you.
Okay. Wait, hold on. So here it is. That's how you drink. That's how you eat the mango. See that? Oh wait, I got messed up.
So all she's proven is that she eats mangoes in the river.
Listen, for the record,
Dominican Republic.
that river, I hiked 1 hour and a half all the way up a mountain with Lynn and some guide. I'll tell you guys that story is so awesome. Right? And so we grabbed the mountain out in the wild. So that's not the kind of river people go to with mangoes. Who's going to carry a bucket of mangoes up
Hold on.
the...
Whoa,
that
whoa,
was the wrong river.
Hold on. You just
wrong
said
river.
You just said who's going to carry a bucket of mangoes? Where'd you get your mango?
I carried it wild. They
No,
didn't, that's,
no,
that
you
wasn't
found
the
it on-
purpose. That was
Where
not
did
the...
you get it? Where'd you get the
Wow.
mango? Let's be
Okay.
honest here on a Christian radio show. Where'd you get the mango?
Right, out in the wild, like on a...
Like right there at the
Yeah.
river because it was growing wild.
Yeah.
Why didn't anybody else do that?
Because
There
that
was a
wasn't
crowd
what
of
that
people
was
there.
about. That wasn't what it was. And plus,
But that's what we do,
nah, okay.
especially with free mangoes.
Wow, Brian.
Wow.
Jennifer says you should take Team Jannelle with you next time. I think we should. We should go to that empowering girls and women kind of thing, and we should all go do that. I will say, we hiked up this mountain. I am not playing with you. I work out. I do burpees. I do all this stuff. My thing is, I do 30 minutes of workout, and it's high intensity training, so no endurance, none of that. This woman, I am not lying, Brian. She's like walking normal. She didn't even like huff and puff. The woman that does it every day. And then she would stop, be like, oh yeah, we're giving you some time. And just stop and look. I was like,
She's in good shape?
dude. And you can, if you want to hear, like, watch the video that I shared below. You can hear it. I was talking and was like,
I could hear in the video. I was
Oh
like,
my
wow,
God.
Jannelle, you could have caught your breath before you started.
Oh my gosh, it was horrible.
Well, no, you know how you drive me crazy lots of times? Can you think back to the way you told that story? Who's going to carry the mangoes up the mountain?
No,
As
we
if you
go-
did
we
that.
go-
And you were like, yeah, I had one. I had a mango. I mean, you made it sound like you brought a mango with you up the mountain.
Oh my gosh.
And that the reason people weren't doing that was because they didn't have any mangoes.
My goal when I went to that river.
Did you then
You're
she's
missing
right
the
past
point.
it again.
You are totally.
She's going
wow.
right past it again. Right
You
past
know,
it.
guys, when I was on the plane yesterday and I was like, wow, I can't wait to go on overtime. I was like, wow, the team's going to be together. You know, I'm going to be grown. We're going to act like adults. I can't help it. Like, we already fighting. Are you all right?
That's what we do in DR. We were in
Wow.
DR for a week and nobody else did that.
Aurice! Welcome back, all of y'all. All of you all, he says. I love to see you, Aurice. Robert says, wow, I paid my Team Jannelle dues. I'm going too, not just the ladies. Yes, you are. I would love to get a trip together, and then we could go hang in DR and do that whole thing, actually.
You gonna do that though?
I would do it.
Are
And
you
then I
gonna
could
do it?
broadcast from DR. I would do it. Where am I? Oh, yeah, I could broadcast from DR with the Team Jannelle people. I would
But are you
do that.
gonna do it?
Y'all
You said you
call-
would. Are you gonna do
Okay,
it?
who would make it happen? I'm not paying for them to go.
I'm not in charge. You want to go? It's not me.
I would do it. Team Jannelle people. But it has to be with a purpose. And so the one I found that I really liked was going and supporting this empowering girls and women kind of thing. So Rob, if you could stand behind that, then I would want to go. It was really cool. It was actually an organization that educates. This is like in the mountains, like poor families, but they live off the land. And so they have a woman who specializes. She's from Spain. She was what is it? Her family's Dominican. She grew up in Spain. Came back and she specializes in human rights stuff. And so she lives in this community. She bought a house there, which is like a little hut. And so she's all about that community. Super awesome. She educates the girls, the local girls, teaches them English. She's like, it's crazy how quick they pick it up. And teaches them how to care for their land and do all that. But mostly to be industrious and to be independent. Because one thing with the culture is that a lot of women there feel, and the culture kind of makes them feel like you need a man or you have to depend on a man. And so she's empowering the girls to be independent. And it's not just financial, it's a mindset.
That's cool.
It is so awesome. And so we did the hiking, we met some of the girls, and then when we got back, like 2 hours, it was, I wish Len could tell you, it was challenging even for Len. They already had the meal like from the land already set up for us at the table, and the passion fruit grows a lot in DR. The juice was amazing, and then they keep talking to you about their program. And I was wondering because a lot of Europeans travel to DR, and they just use Google Translate. So in terms of talking to people like you who would join me if I go, but then I also want to say. If you're concerned, I'm talking like this is going to happen. Like, for example, I want to send my sons, because Elijah's going to visit Isaiah, to that project to go and see. But a mommy would have to go, and it's challenging. And they were like, people like that, they just take them up in horses. So she's like, we got people of all ages that come, and we can make it happen. That was my favorite. And then you could have the mangoes up there, and then show Brian. We could all Team Jannelle people would sit up there, y'all, and we would eat mangoes in the river.
You're going to make him carry mangoes all the way up that mountain?
You don't have
That's why people weren't doing that.
Wow,
remember?
Dude. Yeah, because it was a different type of hike. Do you realize the rivers that you could just walk up to? That's the ones people do that.
I'm
wow,
pretty soon.
Dude. Oh, yeah, the Maris. Did you get to have Morir Soñando? So, y'all know there were like all kinds of things I had to get done last week. One of them was just meeting up with family. And so when we were in the Capitol, we went to Len's favorite restaurant at the Capitol. It is like on the beach. Like it's so nice. And then it shines at night on the ocean so you can see the waves, all that. He got it there because I made it for him here. And I got something else because I already had Morir Soñando. So we did have it. But I will say that when I asked Len, hey, did you like it? He's like, no, I like it the way you made it for me. That's right. So, Team Jannelle people, more for you. When we come, because I saw y'all talking about you're going to come to the studio more, I'm going to make Morir Soñando for you. That's the advantage. I'm going to make it.
When are you going to do that?
When Team Jannelle...
When you get back from your trip to DR with all Team Jannelle? Exactly. And by the way, guys, take notes. That Len, that's how you do it. When you eat something your wife makes at a restaurant and she asks you if you like it, you tell her you like hers better. That's what you do.
He was telling the truth.
That's what you do, guys. Take notes. Rob knows what I'm talking about. That's
Rob,
what you say.
I bet you don't know Rob just celebrated 25 years of marriage.
Of course I knew that.
You didn't. Wow, you didn't even mention it?
I loved the post he made on Facebook.
Wow. Well, I would have loved it too if I would have been on Facebook. I feel like I'm punished. Like I try to get on again and they're like, no. Like,
you know what it was?
What?
After weeks and weeks of you changing your password every day.
No, that wasn't it.
Notice she said that wasn't it because she did that. They were like, what's happening with this person that they never remember their password? This is a problem.
Yo, like I'm straight up on timeout on Facebook. That's so messed up. Oh, see, we don't want to bicker. Mike says, good to have the bickering back in studio. Oh, Brian.
You know what you should do to practice for your Team Jannelle event where you're cooking for everyone? Just cook for Ron and me. Make that meal for Ron and me. Well, I mean, you're going to do it. You would do it.
I would do it.
So why don't you?
Morir Soñando. I'm going to make it for Ron because Ron's my...
Okay, when are you going to make it for Ron?
Morir Soñando.
When?
When should I make it?
How about tomorrow?
Oh, gee.
The next day.
Mike says, do they have DR takeout locally?
Do you see?
Yes,
Do you
they
see
do. Lots
what
of
I deal with?
takeout. They actually have their
Do you see? Monday. How about Monday?
What?
You're not going to do it. That's the thing. But if you
I would
listen
do
carefully,
it. It
you
would have
think
to.
she's going to do
Oh,
it.
wow. They actually have their very own Uber. The app is called Driver. Very on point, and it actually functions. Do we have something like that? It's Uber. Well, it's not Uber. It's like Uber, but it functions like Priceline. So you name the price, and they accept it or not. Like you tell them where you're going, you name the price, and they accept it or not. It's called Driver. And then they have their very own Uber Eats. It's called something else. I don't know what it's called. And it's like on point. So yes, they got all of that going on. Do they have DR takeout in Ohio? Yeah, there are Dominican restaurants on the west side of Cleveland. Okay, Brian.
Are we done?
Yes. Mangoes in the river, y'all. That's how we do it. Thank you. Let's go.
When she says that, what she's really saying is that's how she does it. Also, what day will you be making that meal for Ron? Go ahead.
Meal? A whole meal?
No, what is it?
Morir soñando.
What day will you be making
You
it for
didn't
Ron?
even ask for that.
Okay, make it for me then. I'm asking you. Will you make it for me?
All right.
Will you make it for me?
Not Friday. Should I do it Friday since we're gonna be?
Sure.
Okay, so on Friday for overtime, Brian's gonna have Morir soñando right here with y'all.
You heard it. Who's going to hold us
But you
accountable?
gotta promise one thing.
What's that?
I know you like your little brother. You're mad annoying. You can't talk junk about the drink. If you don't like it, you gotta be nice about it. This is like Dominican.
So now you're going to make it.
No, I'm gonna make it right here. It's not that hard.
Not your mom. Not your sister or your kid.
No, I'm gonna make it right here. In fact, Len liked mine better. There's an ingredient I missed with Len. I'm gonna make sure to bring it, and Brian's gonna have the whole night with Morir Soñando on Friday overtime.
I got to figure out what, like, Raina can't help.
It's gonna be here. I'm gonna do it. It's like a combination of stuff.
It's
Raina
it's
don't
not
have
going to
it.
be a mix.
It is a mix.
No, but it's not going to be a pre-mix.
No. I'm gonna mix it here.
And by make it, you mean you're actually going to take ingredients and put them together here.
Here. Ice is a big deal. Do we have ice here?
I don't-
I'm gonna make sure we have ice.
I'll
Do
give you a live
hold
review.
On, hold on. Are you picky with drinks?
No.
Do you like juice?
Yeah.
And you like mixtures?
Yeah.
Like stuff? Okay, cool. So Friday.
I'll do a live taste test for you on Friday.
Friday overtime.
See you Friday.
And then it'll be a preview for Team Jannelle people because, we're going to get our own little hangout together. I should have it at the women's conference. All kinds of Morir Soñando for everybody. But no, I'm not going to do it.